Hi there, and welcome to another live vlog. As you can see, it's pretty light outside, even though it's 10:30 p.m. That's the way it is to live in the middle of Norway. I am Linda Sheen, and if you haven't met me before, I'm the art witch, and a multifaceted artist, photographer, intuitive, all-around creative, based in Norway. And well, this is one of my vlogs. It's going to be a little bit of everything today because I thought of a couple of things to talk about. Uh, I'm hoping to be able to do some live painting next time, but I have to rig up uh, this laptop to actually be able to show you what I do, or I will have to record it because it's hard to direct the camera at paper or canvas when it's at the top of a laptop screen. But on to today's subjects. S. There's an S at the end of that. The first thing I wanted to talk about is that I've had this idea of creating small paintings, and I don't mean this size. I've done a couple of this at this size. I think maybe half of this, but not as small as the squirrel I uploaded earlier this week. The reason I want to create some smaller paintings is to make them more accessible, make some originals accessible to anyone who might not have the funds to go for a larger original at the moment, but who wants an original instead of a print or in addition to prints. And I haven't quite decided what to do on these smaller paintings yet. Someone suggested that I make butterflies, among other things, and well, that's sort of everything I have about that at this moment. I don't even know if it's going to be drawings, acrylics, watercolor, or mix of those. So we'll have to see what they turn into. I just had that idea last night, so I haven't quite developed it yet. The other thing I wanted to talk about was I mentioned that I'm going to start a new series of artworks, and I asked people which one they wanted me to do first. And people have answered different things. There isn't really any one idea that's in the lead at the moment. But what I'm going to do is to create a sample for each of these ideas for art series. And then I'm going to present those and ask you to vote which one you want me to make a series out of. Because it's sort of the best way for me to show you what my idea behind the name for the series is. Like if I say Crazy Cats, well, that could be a whole host of different things. Same if you say spirit animals or Patronus, or you say mythological creatures. It's still, there are so many things those could be, and they could look in a million different ways. So that's why I want to create a sample for each of these. Even if it's not a full-fledged painting, at least it would show the idea behind the title. I am uploading some of my sketches to Redbubble. If you're following me on Redbubble, you've probably seen them. But that's the only place you can get those sketches. And some of the sketches, like that tiny little squirrel I did, because I'm scanning them at a high resolution, the prints actually get larger than the original. So you can get that tiny little squirrel this big on a t-shirt, for example. But that's where my sketches end up, at least the best ones. I wrote about that on the blog last night. So if you want to grab a link, you can go there, and every link you need is on my website. The next thing I wanted to talk about today is, I don't think I've talked about this on YouTube yet. It's why I refuse to buy crisp new boxes and other packaging materials, and why I'd rather use old ones that other people already have used, maybe sent to me or that I've got some other way. It's not because I'm being cheap, although cheap is good sometimes. It's more that I want to do my part in taking care of the earth we live on. And we only have one earth. We we're not the only generation that has to live here. There will be other generations that follow us, and we should take care of it as best we can. And one of those things for me is to recycle packaging materials. I also um, separate the waste for our house and a lot of things like that. I get my materials, art materials, as environmentally friendly as I can. And yeah, I'm not going to use new cardboard boxes and new bubble wrap or plastic every single time I send something. I also sometimes create art on recycled materials. So, well, recycling is big, pretty big on that, because every little stream flows together to make a big river. That's a Swedish pronoun. No, what do you call them? It's a way of speech. Many small streams become a river. It's a Swedish saying. It's a saying. That was the word I was looking for. But I decided this a long time ago that I want to do recycled uh, packaging materials. So I've done that since I was making amulets back in '94. And I'm going to continue doing it, even though almost all art business leaders say you should use crisp, clean boxes that show how much care you take for the art. But you can take care of the art without dropping a bomb on the planet. So I can show I care in other ways. I can show that I care about my customers in other ways than using crisp boxes. So I'd rather see that nature gets to keep some trees and gets a little bit less of pollution and garbage. That's my point when it comes to that. I hope you agree with me. And what else was I going to say today? Oh, my memory. It's been a long day. It's been one of the hottest days so far this year, if not the hottest day. It's been at the hottest, I think it was 24 degrees Celsius in the shade. And even though it's been windy, it's still been very hot. So it's been definitely shorts and a tank top weather today. It's been a long day, but I hope I gave you something through this vlog and that you'll keep watching. Click like if you enjoyed it, and share it with your friends if you know anyone who would love to see it, and click subscribe if you haven't already. That's about everything I had to say today. Don't see any questions in the chat, so I'm going to sign off, and I will see you on Saturday for an art challenge. And I hope to be able to paint or draw next Wednesday. Bye bye.